right, we're here with Calvin Hoover and Jim Jarsulic, the two managers of the Turner Community Garden, and they're here to answer some questions for us and provide some information about the Turner Community Garden. So gentlemen, can you go ahead and give us a little brief history of how the garden came to be?
How it started is that I finished walking the Appalachian Trail, came back here to Turner, and I was working out in the recreation center, and I was invited to a 50 Plus Club luncheon. So I went to the luncheon, and they asked for suggestions on what the 50 Plus Club could do. And I made the suggestion that we start a community garden. So they said, okay, you made the suggestion, then you'd go with it.
What did that process look like for getting this place to be?
Well, first we had to find a piece of ground, and this is actually railroad ground, and so people had been doing some dumping in here, and so we approached the doctor at this building and told him we would clean it up and if we could plant a community garden. And he talked with the railroad, and the railroad didn't want to do anything with it at the time, so we decided to take it over. So us, a bunch of 50 plus people came down and started tearing the stuff up and fixed it. We had to take the tires out of here and all kinds of things. And Calvin came to our first meeting, and he was wearing his Master Gardener uniform, and I said, that's great. And Calvin's been here ever since. So Calvin is really a big part of this garden. He really is.
What advice would you give anyone who is wanting to start a community garden in their own community?
First you got to find the land that's vacant, that someone will allow you to use, or if you own it yourself, that's even better. But you need to make sure you've got community support. You ought to go to an organization, a church, or something like that might support your garden, because you definitely need an organization to support a garden. They give you access to a lot of things that you will not get on your own. So you need to find out what you have on the property, whether you got water or not. You need water. You don't need anything else but water.
Volunteers, you have to keep the people interested enough to come on back. I mean, this is their garden, and that's the way it has to be treated. You treat your own stuff better than you would treat somebody else's. And believe me, this is the community's garden, and we don't have any vandalism or anything here. We have people walk in and out here all day long just to admire the flowers, and just it's really enjoyable. You know, the people have supported us so much that one of the ladies came here for her first 3 years in the garden here, and she used to sit here and eat her lunch and watch the fountain. Well, she passed away, and her family put a bench in there for her. We have aquaponics up there, and that man passed away after his tour of doing the aquaponics, and his family put up a bench. So, you know, the people really, I mean, this is a perpetual neighborhood garden.
I enjoy all parts of it. So I work in the orchard, the aquaponics, everywhere, and Jim does the same.
We just kind of do what needs to be done, and we've been working here together for 10 years, so we work real well together. And you know, it's this is just something that just keeps developing. And now we're working on a building which is even going to expand it more. The aquaponics is actually one of my favorites. I like to fish, and I love it when the kids go up there and they play with the fish, and they go in there and look in there and they enjoy. They learn things. And we have kids come every Wednesday from the rec center, and we get somewhere around 100 people all together. And we teach them something different every week. The first week they come, well, now they've been coming year after year, but first year they come, they don't want to get their hands dirty. But the very first day, we make them get their hands, and we make them toss compost. And after that, they're not afraid of their dirt anymore.
Once they get down in the dirt, they find the bugs, they get excited. They really do.
We've caught moles while they were out here. We've caught lizards and what are those little skinks? We've caught all kinds of, and they love them. And they're toads. We have a lot of toads in the garden also. So the kids just love being here. You know, they'll come back, and after they're here for a few weeks, the vegetables are ready to pick, and they'll go up there and they'll pick the yellow peppers right off the plants. They'll pick the sweet peas right off the vines and eat them. Yeah. It really does my heart good to watch these kids eat.
Yeah. They enjoy planting too. They don't enjoy mulching so much.
They don't like to weed very
but
much.
Planting is their favorite. Weeding and mulching, they're not all that fond of, but they do it. On the building right now, and we got a lot to do in that. We got bathrooms, we're building new bathrooms, and they're going to be handicapped bathrooms in there, boys and girls.
Well, our biggest problem is that there's no place in this area for kids to go to the grocery store or anything. If they want to eat something, they go get Twinkies. Well, this is something that's going to be different, and once we get this thing open, you know, we'll have a bottle of water for them, or some kind of vegetables, or something different than Twinkies. You know?
And during the summer, when we got produce out, we have our farmers market, our market every Saturday in here. And we want to, now that we got the building, we can expand it to a farmers market where we can invite other farmers to come here. And after our market, once our market is over with for the day, whatever produce we got left, we put in a free vegetable stand that we have here for anyone to come and take. So people come and look just to see if we got anything. You know? So they got free vegetables after our market. We use our market to help pay for some of the stuff we do in the garden.
And we give away about 70% of our food is given away. We give them to food pantries. We give them to other school groups. But we really want to feed the neighborhood, so most of our free food goes right to the neighborhood. Now, Calvin started the food pantry last fall because of the problem we've had with hunger in this area, and once it got cold, the church across the street partnered up with us, and now we still have the food pantry every Saturday, and they've also expanded it into clothing. So
every Saturday from 1 to 3, the church has got the pantry open and the clothes closet open. So anybody that wants anything can come in there and get food or clothes, whatever they want. And Master Gardeners has got several projects in it. Jim mentioned the aquaponics. That's one of the projects. This area here is a pollinator garden, which is another project. Then we have a youth coordinator who is Master Gardeners, and she runs the Master Gardeners Plant to Plate program, and that's the one that the kids come down every Wednesday, and she teaches them something about plants, planting or eating or something like that. It has to do with food, it has to do with Master Gardening. So they get some training when they come down here every week. Kids do on growing stuff and eating healthy. Master Gardener's been a great friend to the garden too.
Very good friends. They help us with our orchard. We have an 18-tree orchard that we were given by the Giving Grove, and we had to sign a contract that we would take care of the trees for so many years, which we fulfilled. And we give away probably said 60-70% of the
whatever we get out of there, takes. We don't sell much of that.
Yeah.
Because people love that. It goes fast. So we put it in the free vegetable bin. It's gone.
Yeah. This is really a neighborhood gathering place, and that's what it was meant to be.
And Giving Grove has been really great to us. They help us maintain the orchard. They give us chemicals to spray for insects and diseases and that every year. And they also have an arborist that comes in and
look for
inspects
diseases.
our trees and help us with maintaining them. If there's anything wrong, he'll notice it and let us know about it. And they actually, we paid $100 for 18 trees. So they paid most of the cost of those trees.
Yeah.
We just had put in something. That's about all we had at the time. And Kansas City Community Garden over by Swope Park, they're associated with Give and Grow, but they've been great for us also. They've helped us a lot also. They donated these beds you see around here. These beds here, the youth beds over there, they donated to us, Kansas City Community Garden.
Well, we bought one bed, and it was $120, and they called us up a couple months later and asked us if we would like to have 3 more given to us. And we took, and we used those beds for growing herbs. And so it's been a big hit. A lot of people will go to the fresh herbs. It's a lot better than going to the grocery store and buying them.
Is there anything that people in the community or that are around your community should know when they come to the garden?
I would like to know this garden is here for their use. Anytime they want to come here, they need to be peaceful and don't tear up anything. But other than that, we want people to enjoy the garden. They can come anytime the garden's open. The garden usually is open all the time.
We don't close it. And the reason why is we want them, if they want to walk in here at 9 o'clock at night and enjoy the evening, I want them to be able to do that. So, and we tell the kids, this is their garden. We want them to come, but we want them to be safe, and we want them to respect the garden. And they do.
Also, we got 20 raised beds up there we rent out each year. So we usually rent them all out every year. So we have lots of people come back year after year to garden up there.
And the thing is, though, a lot of these people, they can grow more food in their little bed. These beds are only like 50 square feet, and they can grow more food than they can eat. So they donate a lot of their food to us, and we can either get a donation for it or it's free. We give them free water and all that stuff for the beds for a very nominal fee, though. So it's their way of giving back to us. That's the only way it works. Is we give and take.